All right, guys, how's it going? Welcome to What's the Difference by USUK Podcasting Network. I'm your host, Alex Whiteley. Don't I look great today? Hey, I think I pitched. I got my pretty side quite good today. Welcome to our Halloween special. It's a bit late, we know, and yeah, my little get up here is a bit shit. But all I had was a Raiders mask and a little mask that my boy let me borrow. And some cheap sunglasses from Asda. But hey, we've got a great show to bring to you tonight. We were supposed to do this show last week, but a hurricane fucked shit up for us. So we still have our guests from last week, which is great. They've been extremely patient. But first of all, I would like to introduce to you, big fan of the show. He's been on the show many times, and he's got some crazy hair going on. It's Mr. Brian Play-Doh. How's it going, sir?
What's up, my babies?
Oh, look at that hair. I love
Thank
that.
you.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Oh, man, we are just celebrating this post-election season. Not finished counted. We got 6 electoral votes till our freedom. And I'm just waiting, baby. I'm just waiting. So got a little raspberry d'amore, a little Byron Jaeger in there. So I got some honey and raspberry, and woo, let's party.
I forgot to load up with some beer. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us, Brian Play-Doh, and joining us as well is there was meant to be one, but we got two. We got buy one get one free. Welcome to the stream, Ori Kimball. Hey. Oh, you guys look beautiful.
We did our makeup just for you.
You did an amazing job. I am so privileged to have you do that.
Lilith, sweetie. We don't know your friend's name.
Well, and my name's Cassidy.
Hi, Cassidy.
Hi, Cassidy. You look bloody gorgeous. You see what I did there?
I had to bring a friend. I always play with my friend.
I brought a friend too.
Who?
My buddy.
Oh, of course. You can't go anywhere without him.
You sank my battleship.
If you thought I was going to come without him, you were dead wrong.
Oh God! Now the thing is, I'm gonna. Can you drink beer for a snood? I don't know. Can you do it?
Since I don't know what a snoot is, go for it.
That's what I'm wearing. No, you can't. So I'm gonna bring the snood down.
There
we go.
Oh, put it back. Put it back. Oh my God. Scary. Oh, please put the mask back on.
Hey, I'm back. I'm back to normal.
Oh.
I can't keep it on the whole show. I can't do it, guys. You have to put up with my me looking beautiful as always.
You do.
But yeah, welcome to the show, guys. Thank you so much. You guys look amazing. Thank you for dressing up.
You're welcome. We love Halloween all year long here.
Well,
Halloween, Mardi Gras, cosplay, TV, movies.
This is another rare occasion where we have a guest that was supposed to be on last week, where we kind of get to know each other and we realize we've got a lot in common, and I made a genuine friend with Ori. So thank you, for that.
Pod friends for life.
Pod friends for life.
Forever.
Let me just get rid of this snood because I look like I'm into kinky stuff right now.
Alex, not that I don't love seeing you, and that turns me on so much. Are we missing a host?
We are missing a host. I don't know where Bruno's gone, but I'm sure he'll be here eventually. He said he's going to be here.
He's taking a nap. He needs his rest to handle us.
Yeah. I love Bruno to bits, so he'll probably be here. And if he isn't, I'll forgive him. But it's all right. I've got this shit. I can handle more than one.
You love him to bits, but do you love his bits?
I love him to bits, and I love his bits. In fact, that's part of the job role is to look after his bits. It's kind of in the contract.
Look after his bits.
Let's say hello to a couple of people. What's that?
To look after his bits, or in Tom's case, to look after his bits.
You've seen the beginning of Borat, right? When he's like,
I haven't seen it yet.
You never seen Borat? Oh,
I'm scared of Rudy Giuliani's looking in his shirt.
I can't stand Borat's voice, so I
Kenny.
haven't watched it either.
Oh, right, okay. Let me just invite Kenny in.
I finally get to meet Kenny.
I'll copy this.
Who's Kenny?
Kenny Aldrich is our young Jamie. If you have watched, You know. So I'm gonna invite you in, Kenny. The reason I didn't invite you in is because of obvious reasons.
Good taste.
Okay, I'm inviting him in. I'm improvising as I go along. Okay, so I thought I'd explain to the listeners what was meant to be going on last week. Last week we were supposed to have this amazing show set up. Brian has been putting loads of plans in place. He's been doing research. He's been bringing things in and getting videos made for us and stuff. And then the show couldn't go on. It couldn't happen, and it's because there was a hurricane. First of all, before we start talking, there was. I've got some pictures because Ori, you run your very own haunt.
I don't run it. Hold on.
No, sorry, my bad. You work one.
I am the costume and room director.
Okay, my bad. I got it wrong. I'm very sorry.
I mean, thank you for giving me more power. Thank you. Do not.
You've got to take it. You've got to take it.
Usually not.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce member of the USUK family, Mr. Kenny Aldrich. He's muted at the moment. How's it going, Kenny? You good?
I'm good. I wasn't invited, but I'm here.
I didn't invite you because of things. Because of stuff.
Things
and
stuff.
Yeah, you know. What we were talking about last night, you know. I didn't want to... Yeah.
Oh, I know, big man.
Oh, shit.
Right, so we're talking about this hurricane. Hurricane came in and fucked shit up well and truly. Messed things up where you guys live. I felt so bad. And there was no way that I could ask you guys to come and join us on the show after you were dealing with all this shit. That's a poll that should have been kicked over, really.
Well,
half
our
this is
power
bullshit.
was out. You know, it's been a long time, and I think since Katrina, the entire city of New Orleans and the suburbs. That's down the street from me, or was. They finally picked it up. That is me. I am not playing with power lines. That is the cable and the telephone and the pole. Because that tree fell to block down, it pulled the poles without pulling them out the ground. So I'm safe. Just taking a selfie. I didn't stand my hair on it.
But rather than sit and cry and piss and whinge, you guys cracked on with it, didn't you? You got shit done.
So, it took about 30 people here to get everything ready to go for Friday night. We were out here cleaning things up, bulldozing, using the lifters and everything. Like we had everything ready to go, and the city shut us down before we could open. But we opened Halloween, which was fantastic.
You did. You sent me a video, which I do have to share with everybody tonight. Kenny, did you do much for Halloween? What was the general consensus around you, Kenny? Was there trick or treating? Was there parties? What was the vibe in old Vermont there? Kenny.
He muted.
He's muted. You're muted, Kenny. Okay.
I've never heard him sound better.
There we go.
Hey.
No, it was in this wonky place. The American CDC kind of didn't say whether or not you were supposed to. So some people tried and then got chased away by the people who didn't want to die. So, we ended up just doing the responsible thing and having a huge fucking party at Tom Bruno's house and just, sharing the infection.
Yeah. Well,
plenty of people here trick-or-treated. Oh, yeah.
I saw plenty of bubble parties, people that are in their bubble, bring them into the party, But like I'm a big fan of Halloween. Obviously, I got kids. I'm a scare actor. I love doing that thing. I'm a big fan of celebration, right? So, but this year I was kind of like, I think maybe this year we should like not do trick or treat and stuff, so that we can have Halloween next year. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. It's a horrible year for everybody. Right, so you guys, who have you come dressed as today? Are these characters?
So this is my custom character. This is Lilith. She is a doll. She is a problematic doll, and she likes to cause problems. A lot of problems. She likes to trick. There's no treats, just tricks.
Just like Ori, she likes to trick. Turn them. I don't want to say.
I don't really name my characters, but this is my cannibal psych ward patient. I've been doing her on and off set for almost 10 years now. I started scaring when I was like 16, so it's been a while. But she's a crawler and she wants to eat your face. Have fun with that.
I love that.
I just want to let you know I love cannibals, and we might have a reason why later in the show, Alex. Is that true? Did you?
I love it when a people's kink.
I
It's not a kink. It was a
lifestyle.
It was a lifestyle. 3 different ones.
Well, that's the reason we brought you in for this show, is so we can talk about a bit of lore and a bit of what you guys, because you're in New Orleans or around that area, aren't you? Where there's a lot of mythologies, lore, tales attached to where you live. So maybe we can discuss that later on in the show. Yeah, would you like that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you want to show the first video? Are we going to be able to show those?
Okay, so I am going to try and share the videos. The one I managed to load up, and the other 2 were like, no. So what I'm going to try and do is start playing the videos on my own laptop and then see if I can screen share it, if that makes sense.
Cool. If not, we'll just share it on Facebook.
Yeah. You did share them.
I
Share
did.
them. Okay, so Brian got these amazing videos made, and we weren't able to share them last week, obviously, because of the hurricane. And obviously, it was like past Halloween. But I don't think these guys realize that I don't give a shit about what a date says or what calendar says. If I want to celebrate Halloween, I'll do it on fucking Christmas if I want to. Don't give a shit.
That's why we're friends.
We're either late for this year or early for next. Who cares?
I figure we're just gonna milk it. I've got to work tomorrow, and they're gonna be like, "Cass, it's like almost the middle of November. Why are you bloodstained?"
And we're
Why
opening this weekend, so we're doing an encore weekend. So rise from the grave. Let's do this.
Absolutely, and there's nothing better coming from. I used to come back from. Oh yeah, this was great, right? So we go to the prison, but it's a closed prison that I work at. It's an attraction now. I always have to explain that. And we'd zombie up, so we'd get all out the latex and the blood, and we'd really go to town sometimes. But then we'd drive back, and now my route back used to be to drive through the town when everybody was out getting fucked up in the bars and stuff, right? So you slowly drive, and all they would see is this zombie driving a car, like staring at us. Fucking brilliant.
It's really
Windows
one of my
open.
favorite things on the planet.
Yeah,
ever.
it's so good. The first time I ever came back, and Timmy saw me, my little 5-year-old, he was 4 at the time. He was like, I was like, Timmy, it's me, and he's like, Daddy? It was really funny. Yeah. So
Scarring children for life. Excellent job.
let's say hello to a few people that are in the comments right here. Sarah, Oliver Lavipicelli.
I love you.
Sorry, I butchered your name.
You are a makeup
Sarah.
artist.
Woohoo! Thank you for watching.
Nice to meet you, man. It's really cool.
Christopher Moses says dumb. I think he's calling me dumb. That's fine. I don't mind that.
Might be calling me though.
Buddy Voiles, why not kink is fun? That's because of my mask earlier. Kink is fun.
Or it could be the cannibal kink.
But buddy, we love you.
We love you, buddy.
We do love you, buddy.
I just like you as a friend. But...
Dakota Adkins there says, don't give it a big head.
Hey.
Security.
Okay, so obviously these are all our assholes.
Yeah, these are our assholes.
We love your assholes. I love your assholes.
Yay!
There you go. My wife is watching.
We love her too, but she's not an asshole.
Oh god. Okay, so
Stay out of this one.
so apparently Tom is on his way. His laptop had an update. Kenny, have you ever been to a scare maze before, or anything where you get scare actors all up in your grill?
I mean, we have haunted houses and haunted walks and stuff, but they're not. I mean, they're not over the top bad.
Well,
Where have you gone? Because I feel like you've not gone to proper places.
I think I'd agree with that. The ones they have around here are like haunted walks. So you walk. This was before I was fat, like 3-4 miles through fields and shit, and like people would jump out of cornfields and stuff, or it's smaller houses, things like that. But they never were really that bad. Not
Okay,
compared to what I've heard of.
So like kind of home
like,
haunts.
we've got a couple of
Yeah.
like haunted court mazes around here, which are kind of like more family run, not a whole bunch of actors. But like they're better to bring like kids to. We're definitely more of an adult attraction.
Right.
We've
Right.
got
Mine
people
would
that
be the
bring
more
their
kid level.
kids, and I kind of question their parents.
I know, right? We have a lot of people bring like newborn babies through, and we're like, What happens if we scare you and you drop your kid?
I mean, to be fair, my sister works at a haunt in Baton Rouge, and she just had a baby in August, and it's kind of been adorable watching their pictures from the cast room, all of them holding this precious little newborn, looking like they're monsters. This newborn's dad is Pennywise.
Nice.
It's something else.
Well, it's a unique thing. It is unique. Before, obviously, I worked at the prison, and I will get to the people from prison, by the way, because there are some amazing people there. I was covering. No, I was at Oktoberfest. I wasn't covering anything. I was just there. And I remember I saw this tent, and it was the Scare Maze. It was guys from the prison, okay, immersive events. And I was like, I was a good few beers in, and Joel, who runs the prison, he owns it now. He was at the front of the queue, and I was kind of like, I got a podcast, and he was like, yeah, go on in, see if you like it. And at first I was like, bollocks, oh, look at this shit. Oh yeah, that was really funny. I did not expect Gary Irving to come at me with a fucking chainsaw, like chasing me, and I shit myself. It was the best, and that kind of really set something off in me. I needed to be a part of this. So Gary Irving, by the way, who writes everything at Shrewsbury Prison, lots of he does stuff all across the country as well. He does work in other places. He's an amazing writer. He's brilliant. So big shout out to Gary. Who does your writing, guys?
What? So, do we break it to him gently? We're just
Hit him
crazy.
hard. Hit him hard.
We're just insane.
We do have a couple, like, slightly, it's like, for mostly, like, the newbies, like, here's a couple things that you've got to work with, but, like, if Tori sticks me in a room, I do whatever the fuck I want to do.
She's nuts. But, like, I do, like, as the room director, I kind of, like, give them a character and let them run with it. So, I mean, that's one of the things that, like, is really great about our haunt. We just let you be crazy. And
nice.
The crazier you are, the happier I am, the less work I have to do.
Well, and honestly, that's something I kind of prefer when I go to a haunted house. I don't like seeing very scripted rooms, mostly because it gives actors a real hard time adjusting to, like, group timing. If you've got one group that's smashed up with this group, it's kind of hard to backtrack on your script, where when you're not really following exact lines or anything like that, you can just kind of loop around to whatever you want to. You don't have that break.
Yeah, and then in that style, you kind of, like, get to play the crowd. Like, you can see who's afraid of a doll, who's afraid of a psycho, who's afraid of chainsaws. And you kind of get to play to that crowd as they're coming through. So as a doll, I can either sit in a chair and, like, throw toys at you, or I could literally make grown men cry because I see they're absolutely scared of me. And then they'll throw their girlfriends or their wives or their children at me, and it makes me happy.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm scared of you in daily life, honey. No. On Twitter,
that's why you love me.
I know.
We've got two things. One is Joel, who owns the prison, runs the prison, is commented here, and he says I was definitely smashed at Oktoberfest when he met me. So yeah, he remembers that day very well. I've got a podcast.
Better than you.
And also, we've got a Tom Bruno. Hey, Mr. Tom Bruno.
Tommy boy.
How do, Mucker? You're okay?
Yeah, we do just fine.
Tom. How are you, Tom?
Isn't it like a social disorder when you have to, like, talk through, like, items to, to vocalize what you're thinking on the inside? Hello, Mr. Brian Play-Doh. Hello, ladies. Nice to fucking see you.
Tom, I'm from New Orleans. You should never make fun of us when we play with dolls, because there's a whole nother section of dolls we have. And pins.
Yeah.
Like dolls.
But, I mean, like, how much, like, time have you spent doing sorcery? Just wondering right now, like, if we're going to be totally fair and honest about it. Like, have you spent a lot of time practicing dark?
Time is relative when you're doing magic, because you can kind of play with it.
Fair enough.
Doing magic is like Fight Club. First rule is,
what?
Don't talk about magic.
Okay. I play magic with
Can you believe in magic?
I've never played magic with card games.
Yes, me. Hello.
All you have to worry about is Brian driving to your house and cuddling.
Oh, please do. Like, well, actually, no. First of all, Brian, I want to see you, but first of all, you come from very populated areas. So I want a COVID test first, and
I've
then
been
you
getting,
can come in, and I'll fucking embrace you and
brother, I
love
have
you.
been getting tested 3 times a week for 2 weeks for
Oh yeah, that's right. You're probably the
Australian
safest dude on the
drugs,
planet right now.
Wait, hold on. No, I get tested every week too. Trying
I
to
three
get
be.
times
tested
a week.
too.
Three
I
times a week.
Okay,
get
hold on.
pregnant.
If we're talking about COVID tests, I need an STD test too.
I was gonna say, why
I'm
is
out.
the
I'm out.
COVID test more important than the condoms?
I mean, I get a pregnancy
Excuse me,
test
sir.
every
We
week.
need you to piss in this bottle for a COVID test. You say? Okay, we're doing this then.
I mean,
He's
tomato,
lubing
tomato.
up his finger as you walk in, like.
Oh, the finger wasn't the COVID test? Oh, then I might not have been tested.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I have a date tomorrow, but I wasn't tested.
Well, we have. Ori, we do have a clip from. Are we allowed to show this clip? By the way, are we
Yes.
allowed?
Absolutely.
Yes. This was a backstage clip of you guys scaring the shit out of people. Let's take a look at this video right now.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system. Announcing the commencement of the annual event sanctioned by the U.S. government. The use of class 4 and lower have been authorized for use to be encouraged. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of rank 10 have been granted immunity from british after lockdown. Commencing in silence, any and all crime, including murder, looting, fraud, and abuse house. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with emergency police. This will be our new government office and additional warning. May God be with you all.
Okay,
Right.
couple things. One, amazing, awesome. Very, very cool. Love that. Like you would not believe. Two, what fell out of his pocket?
So he
Three.
knocked a tree over, and like that's a piece of the
I saw
tree.
that. Oh, okay, cool. That makes a lot more sense. Three, do zombies respond to electrical stimulus?
He's not really a zombie. He's not really a
What?
zombie.
So what's the
My cousin.
what's the story then? He's just tainted.
Yes. So the story is during the hurricane, when our door blew in, a zombie type person was twisted and mangled in the door. And he I've been training him. So my other character, which is Corey, I'm the trainer in the video. So we were feeding him chickens, and we have a chicken food truck out in the front. Yes, it's me. Hi, hey me. So I'd been feeding him chickens, and he smelled chicken on her, and so he attacked.
I like it. I like it. There are a few things that I picked out of that video that I really like. Number one is how many people were there?
We that night we had like 1,500 people.
Fuck me, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of people. Joel, if you're watching this, yeah, 1,500 people. Obviously, you got COVID and stuff to get out of there. Also, is there as you're walking back off, there was one of your co-actors, one of your fellow actors in the back there. That nice nod. That yeah, you fucking nailed it, girl. That is
So that was kind of like spur of the moment. Like we had been talking about it and we didn't know exactly how we were going to do it. And then it just kind of like organically happened together. We put everybody in place, and then like that actress is 14. And she's phenomenal. I'm sorry. This plane is like driving me crazy.
It's okay.
So like we
Not a
literally
long drive.
he filled his mouth with blood and like just opened his mouth on her neck. And it was kind of phenomenal.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of that's how I did a little bit of like scare attractions when I was a younger lad. I was like 15 or something like that, and they used to do this really cool like outside of school production. One of these teachers that I had a lot of respect for back in the day. He did like these really cool events and stuff, and that's how I got introduced to the concept of, no, I must have been like 14, of horror makeup, like special effects makeup, because I met a dude named Lee Baker, shout out to Lee Baker, and he was doing the makeup special effects for this teacher. And he showed me how to, like, you know, do liquid latex and create wounds, and how to, you know, put a lady through a table and like put a skeleton underneath and make it look like she was half eaten and do all sorts of shit. And that December for Christmas, I got the extended cut version of Dawn of the Dead, George A. Romero's, you know, epic film. And it came with like 10 hours of Tom Savini makeup trials, and I just watched it and watched it and watched it and watched it, and it became a serious love. So there's so much about what you guys do that I appreciate on one level and feel completely nostalgic for on a different level.
Yeah,
Wicked.
it is an amazing thing to be
Yeah.
to be around people that just like the first time. Shane is Shane Hinton. We all know sometimes Shane.
Who?
Shane Hinton.
That
Shane. That Shane.
That's fuck.
That
Sometimes
Shane
yeah.
from the Shrewsbury Biscuit Shane. Anyway, the first time I met him, his brain was sticking out and he had no eyeball and he was a zombie. And he helped me do my makeup. Now, how many guys do you meet that you can be like, oh yeah, the first time we ever met each other, we did makeup. I mean, Brian, you work in an industry where that's probably mostly possible, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Were there other times like when you don't have sort of makeup people and you have to do your own makeup and help each other?
Well, you know, I've done a couple of indie things. One is Toxic America, which I hope we can share, you know, some of the video. And I sent you a picture in case we can't. And that's, and by indie, it's not indie studio. It's just us doing it. Guerrilla filmmaking at its best. Then this weekend I go back to a thing called Death Trip. Oh, I have a puppy who just came in here. And I'm going to be something that's going to need makeup. So we all kind of pitch in. I can't tell you the secret.
To be totally fair, a little film called The Evil Dead was an indie film at 1.2,
Totally.
and look where that is now. You know, you never know what comes from, like, because, you know, I'm sure you'd prefer the jobs that pay extremely well. Like, you know, you do your normal day-to-day, you go do CSI, you go be Death's Double, all the stuff that pay the bills. But, like, doing these indie projects just out of love is, you know,
It's
so
fantastic.
important to the soul. It's so important.
Well,
Specifically, The Evil Dead was such a game changer for SFX makeup. That one really introduced people to a whole new world of horror makeup.
yeah.
I've been watching Ash versus the Evil Dead like almost
What
nonstop.
Oh, that was a great series.
It's,
I got to meet Bruce Campbell at a Mad Monster Party Girl. While you're talking, I'll see, Alex, I'll try to send you the picture. And it was my first time wearing weird contacts, which will lead us back into Toxic America. But it was called Mad Monster Party Girl. It was a kind of a horror con here. We only had it once. And I paid for the VIP because I worked graveyard shift. And then, you know, I wanted to be first in line I got a picture with him. I got an autograph and front row of the panel. But man, he came out. We're all waiting in line. And you got to think, I've been up all night. I'm tired. And Bruce Campbell walks out in this white suit and these shoes. And he would be the perfect new Mr. Rourke. I was like amazed. And he didn't like try anything, but the electricity he passed through us just walking. Hey, how you doing, people? How you know? Didn't even try. He was amazing. Love that man. I love him. I can.
It's nice to meet your heroes. So I mean, they say don't meet your heroes, but that sounds like it really changed you, man.
Well, that's why I like meeting you two. Y'all are my heroes.
Oh,
I
look at
love
that.
you guys.
Guys, I'm sorry. I was talking to Lilith and
I love Kenny. He does things for me that other people just won't. That has nothing to do with you, Alex. I'm sure you do these things too, but you are across the whole ocean.
That wasn't me about to say fuck you. Actually, I was going to say Kenny before we did the Wednesday night live last night. Joined us in the StreamYard. He was like, I'm not part of the show this week, guys, but I wanted to say I love you and good luck. And I was like, oh,
You went on?
No, we
You
just before we
dirty
went
fuck.
live.
Yeah. You just had to have a little bit of you on the show. You just couldn't be the man in the background. Couldn't be the man behind the fucking motherfucker.
It was
Alex,
being
I sent-
sincere. I love
Alex, I
that.
just sent you the picture if you can get it.
I'll try. You
Okay.
guys keep talking. Tom, do
I will.
questions and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Question for you ladies. What was tell me a time that you scared somebody so badly that you believed it was that you think that it took lives days off their life, years off their
I've
life.
probably
Fuck.
done that a few dozen times.
A
Yes,
weekend.
let's hear it. A weekend. What?
Well, I'll tell you about my very first night and my very first haunt, which kind of sold me on scaring the living shit out of people. And I mean, this was almost 10 years ago. I was 16. I was actually in this character. I was in a haunted house called Shadowlands in Mandeville, Louisiana. It's funny, we actually have 3 people from that side of the state line here. I grew up over there. But like the theme that year was a zombie-infested hospital. It's pandemic. Oh, the irony this year. But they stuck me in the psych ward. They're like, you're little, you're good at this weird flexible shit. Go over there. So I kind of just had to work out for myself exactly what it was that we were going to do. So it was this character, but it was a lot more bloody. Like there wasn't an inch of me that wasn't bloody. And at the time, my hair was jet black down to my ass. So we would do things like water down some blood and just spray my hair down with it. So every time I moved, it just splattered everywhere.
Nice.
Nice.
Like 45 minutes into the night, I had really started to get my groove on. Oh God, I miss being that young and flexible. I came crawling out of this corner and just jumped right into people's faces with this face. These 3 people happened to be 3 Marines.
Simplify.
All 3 of them ended up on our peed yourself wall, and they took down the wall. I scared them so badly that they literally tore down this wall that was behind them. And I was just like, oh fuck, Mr. Danny's gonna be so mad at me. Oh my God, we put so much work into putting this all together. And he comes in because I'm like, we can't keep running people through. This is a hazard. He comes in and he's like, did you do it on purpose? No, of course not. Why would I do that? He just fist bumps me. They put up a temporary wall situation, sprays me down with some more blood. We keep going.
Awesome.
I love that because it's usually the brute alpha males that are kind of like, yeah, I fucking got this, love. Don't you fucking worry. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. And then they get and then they're like, oh, fuck.
Well,
It's a facade.
and
And it's
talking about this.
Uh-huh.
They kind of like, I'm all of 5'2" with all of 135 pounds. I am not a big woman. I am not scary by any means when I don't look like this. So it's
She's
kind
adorable.
of a moment of taking my power back. It's really fun to put these big, scary men in a position where they want nothing to do with me.
Awesome.
Like, in the number of times that I've been injured in a haunt because I scared somebody so bad, I've broken my nose 3 times and fractured my ribs.
Being punched every night. Every night.
It's an adventure for sure.
You're gonna think I'm insane. So my best scare, so I can contort, so I can pretty much bend all the way back and like touch the back of my ankles. So I will bend all the way back and grab my calves. So they think I'm a broken doll and they think I'm a prop. So we're not allowed to touch the props or the actors.
They do anyway.
They do anyway. So like guys will like go to like grab my boobs or like touch my stomach or like grab my shoulder or play with my hair. And then I snap up into their face and I just laugh at them. And they will throw their girlfriends at me. They will throw their kids. They will drop to the floor. I had one guy vomit.
Nice.
Because he thought I was fake. And that visceral surprise is just too much for them, and they can't.
Especially when you're trying to be gross. Like, my husband's not allowed to come through the haunt when I'm acting because there's one of those in almost every 3rd group. And my husband's a soldier. He spent like was an infantryman. He's got a little bit of an angry streak, and he should not have anything to do with anybody getting anywhere near me. Between the sexual assault and people that just out of jerk reaction go dig. He doesn't need to be in there. He's gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
Um,
I have. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Brian. Two things. One, your picture of Bruce Campbell makes me hate you a little bit. So there's that.
Yeah.
Two, okay, if you could be a double for
Now, that's my wife and I. Let me stop. And we used to both weigh
Every
much
time
more.
Tom
We
starts
both lost
walking
her.
down, it's gonna be like,
That's cool.
such a
I probably should have cropped her up. She's going to kick my butt. But we've lost,
she's
like 120
gorgeous.
pounds. Yeah, we lost, I don't even know if that was my heaviest, but we lost a lot of weight since then. So let's stop showing that before I, get things cut off while I sleep.
Well, no, that's the whole point of losing the weight, bro. Is then you look like this and shit.
Yes,
Like,
but
look at me.
we're men, and then we have to be sensitive. If other people, I'm very outgoing.
Yes.
So
Okay. So the question for you: Would you rather be a double? Would you rather be the double for what the fuck's his name? Who
William
played?
Sadler?
No.
Oh.
Who played fucking Bram Stoker's Dracula? He was also fucking Lieutenant
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Would you rather be double for Gary Oldman, Boris Karloff, or fucking what's another really good? Who's the dude who is always in all of what's his face's films? The dude that has really long arms and he does like every double. He's in Legion. He does.
Oh shit! I know.
Yeah. He played the Aquaman in both the Feeling of Water, where the fuck it was, and the
Doug
Hellboy
Jones.
movie. Yes. Which one would you rather be
Gary
a double for?
Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Good. Is that awesome?
Where'd Alex go?
Alex.
It's all good.
I got to
Yeah.
meet
He got scared of us.
Bryan Cranston because they were
What?
filming down here. Oh yeah, and there's a show called Your Honor that should be coming out in December on Showtime, and you may or may not see me. I'm in the background, but I watched him work, and I don't know how to describe how you can feel the emotion he was conveying radiate to you. So I imagine Gary Oldman would be a masterclass, just like Cranston, just watching them. So any chance I could be near them,
Yeah.
maybe.
I'll be back in a second. We lost power.
Oh shit!
Here we go again.
oh shit.
It's cool. You got me.
Okay. Does she have to like go start a generator or like?
I don't know. That's above my pay grade.
Make sure to get it generated to keep those body parts nice and cool and fresh in the refrigerator.
So don't worry, we got the chainsaw
Okay, I'm
working.
pretty
Did we lose Kenny?
Yeah, he
Long
went.
way.
Kenny went, and I just dropped out as well because my internet was like, "Fuck you, Whiteley."
You're tanking
Amazing.
really well today.
Okay,
We're haunted.
so did we talk about like the scary stories from our neck of the woods yet?
I have brought a couple. I brought the scariest places in Shropshire, and I do have a story about a landmark here. But before we do that, I want to pay homage to Brian for setting up some videos for us to be played. I'm going to play the video, and then you're going to tell us who the fuck it is in the video and why you chose that person to represent the show.
Okay.
And also, did Brian, have you told everyone about your vampire girlfriend yet? Because that was the whole reason I asked you back on.
We have not gotten to that.
All right, good.
Well,
That's
the
next
video
time.
introduces that.
Okay, I'm going to have to do a share screen. So, okay.
Share that screen. Share that screen. Share that screen. Do it now. Faster.
Here we go. Okay. This isn't the one I wanted.
Oh,
This isn't the one I wanted yet. Not yet.
Oh.
Wait there.
the tease. That was the old
Sorry,
Cajun. That's a Cajun friend of mine. They would tell us some spooky stories.
Okay, I can do this. Here it is.
Yeah.
Hello, kiddies. Hello, boils and ghouls. It's your old pal, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. As it's getting to that time of year, my favorite horror day, Halloween. And I wanted to do a special shout out for my fiends at the USUK Halloween special with the hosts of the usual gang, including Alex, Tom, Kenny, with guests Brian Plado, otherwise known as Death, voodoo zombie blunt man who will tell the tale of dating a vampire and a live remote with Lilith, a terror on the coast's haunted house. Yes, have a happy Halloween, kiddies, but be careful what you ask for. You may get it.
That was great. That was great. That was great. That was great.
That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Stop.
You wouldn't believe what I had to
screaming.
do.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to do it a very crude way. Normally, it's kind of like here. But, yeah,
Can we all just
Brian?
all marvel at the fact that the Crypt Keeper just said all of our names? Just
I know.
honestly.
When he said it to me the first time, I cried. I literally sat there and cried. I'm like, Brian, I know you're married, but I love you.
Oh, honey.
That was amazing. I want to say hi to my son as well, Leon, who's watching, by the way.
Oh, he's gonna be scarred for life. Hey, how you doing?
I hear
buddy?
he's a king.
He is a king. He's a prince. Because I'm the fucking king, mate.
King of Leon.
Yeah.
Alex.
Right, so he says you got a story to tell, which we'll get onto
do.
at the end of these videos. At the end of these videos.
Got more?
Oh, but why the guy from the Crypt Keep? Why the Crypt Keep?
We were talking about when I met Bruce Campbell. I met him there too, and sometimes you get stars to do an autograph. You can get him to do a recording, and he recorded a voicemail for me, a voicemail message, because I love his Christmas album, which you can't stream anywhere.
That's a thing?
The Crypt
wait, hold
Keeper
on,
Christmas
there's a
album is great. You go on YouTube and you can find it.
Holy shit, there might be a reason
Remind,
to feel like
go
Christmas
through
is
Ori
all-
or become Facebook friends with me, and we'll talk after this. We'll talk, darling. So, but it is one of my favorites, and I'm so mad you can't stream it. I do have the CD, but who plays CDs anymore? So basically, he's a fun guy. And then you saw that. I'll tell you the secret. You saw it in the corner. It said Cameo. You can pay celebrities to do shout outs through the Cameo app. So I threw a few bucks.
Yes, you can.
And they don't have to do it.
Wasn't there an episode of Community on that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think that they actually kind of like came up with the idea technically, but Cameo has been out for like a couple of years. I can't remember the first one who did it, but there was like a really famous first person that was like, you can buy them to like record shit on your fucking what?
Should I?
Right, okay. I've got
Alex,
I've got
should I tell
one.
them to go with the Crypt Keeper? I tried to get Elvira.
Oh, that
She was a bit more expensive, and I'm telling you, I was going to spend the money. It was worth it, and
I was gonna
because
chip
this is
in.
kind of
I told him not to.
advertising. This is kind of not just a birthday shout out. This is business, so to speak. And they declined. She declined. So
what's okay? Now I got to ask, and I'm sorry to be shitty about it. What the fuck does Elvira go for?
$300.
Get the fuck out of here to record something.
Yeah,
For like a
She's
minute.
worth it.
Yeah.
I would have spent. I would have done it and then try to raise some
Kinda.
funds. Oh, Elvira's
She could have
fantastic.
said my name, and I would have paid
Her,
$300.
she didn't have a Christmas album, but her Halloween album.
Right.
is fantastic.
Right, guys, we're running out
Yeah,
of time,
we
so I've got to
gotta
play
go.
this video. Right,
Okay.
we have
I thought
another
we were going
video.
an hour and a half.
We can go however long you. I can do all you do and more, baby.
Stop.
Hi, I'm Irene Dietz, and I have a friend here. It's Pazuzu. Reagan's in here. She says, Happy Halloween to USUK Network. Alex and Tom, you really do suck. It's a wonderful day for an exorcism. And you can use all the exercise you can get, right? You play a very chubby cannibal, Mr. Play-Doh. Must be a lot of good eating in the nuclear wasteland. Tell me, does flesh taste like chicken to you? Or is it just me? Oh, and Lilith, scaring all those people in the Terror on the Coast haunted house. You are such a doll. So, I'm gonna say goodbye to USUK Network. And I'm saying goodbye too.
I just
That
love
was
the voice change. So
I
the
know.
voice of the.
She's
That is-
so good
that
at
was-
that.
Eileen Dietz.
That was the voice of Reagan in The Exorcist,
She's
right?
Pazuzu,
Yeah.
the demon.
Yeah,
But she
fucking
also,
look at-
I found out through IMDb, she was the face you see.
Oh,
So she was the face. Now I might have misunderstood that she was the voice too, but that's what I thought. And either
Just-
way, it's
just-
cool.
ask fucking Mixtron. IMDb lies all the time.
True,
Fucking-
true.
He apparently did Buffy the Vampire Slayer when he didn't.
Right. I remember following him, and he's cool.
Yeah, I like Mick. Mick's crazy fun.
There is one more video to play. Let me just get it
Do
up first,
it,
though. This time.
do it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
The old Cajun from out in the swamp. We get some stories.
Yeah. Story time.
We get a little spooky around here.
Okay. I'm trying to. Okay. This is how we do this. Fucking computers. Right. Okay. Screen share.
Cajun story time. Oosha, we got to get some spookiness
Oh,
now.
shit.
I'm just living on that state line.
Right. Ready? Here we
I had to go find him out in the
South
woods.
Louisiana. I'm sitting under this oak tree on this eerie October night, about to tell you a few things that give me the frissons just thinking about it. But first thing I'm going to tell y'all is about Gene Lafitte, named Jean Lafitte the pirate. He likes to guard the coast of Galveston, Texas, and Louisiana, make sure nobody steals his treasure. And sometimes on a clear night, full moon, the trawlers and the shrimpers in Louisiana look to the side of Grand Terre Island, that's the island across from Grand Isle. Sometimes they can see the silhouette of Jean Lafitte's ghost protecting the island and looking around, making sure nobody's stealing his treasure. And in Galveston, the same thing. The shrimpers see ghost ships sometimes. That's his ship, and they get to it and just go straight through it like it's not even there. And in the swamps, you see a bunch of lights flashing, and everybody knows that there's no electricity in the swamp. And what that is other pirates' ghosts searching the swamp and the murky waters for Gene Lafitte's treasure chest with staffs, sticking them in the poo-poo-dee mud to try and tap on the treasure chest. And then there's voodoo witches in the swamp, Marie Laveau, her gang. The only thing that keeps them away from you when you're in that swamp at night is a green tree frog. You can't put that in your pocket. You gotta put that in an aquarium, or you gotta put that in a cage in plain sight, because if they don't see it, they're gonna get you and put the voodoo and the glee on you. And then I'm gonna have to tell you about it, but I hate to talk about it, but I'm gonna do it because legend has it, and everybody in the world knows about the swamp monster in Louisiana, the rougarou. There's some things about that monster you need to know about. But if you go in the swamp at night, you make sure you bring a salt shaker with you or a box of salt. The only way to kill those things is to cut off their head or to pour salt on them, because that burns them. And don't look them straight in the eye. If you look at that thing straight in the eye, you're gonna turn into a rougarou, and you have 1 year to stay silent, not tell anyone, to get the spell off of you, and whoever you tell, they're gonna become a rougarou too. Also, that thing, you can't see it. There's no footprints, and it's just a bad, bad monster. So I just don't like talking about it, but that's a little bit about the folklore and legends of Louisiana and the rougarou. So stay safe, be cool, and hopefully I'll be able to make it through the night, and I'll see y'all on the next podcast. Y'all take it easy. This is Pal Dur from South Louisiana underneath the cedar tree, saying have a good night and hope to see y'all later.
Okay. 1.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was. 2.
I'll do it.
2. That was an excellent story. 3. How drastically does that change to take care of a rougarou? It's either cut off their fucking head or throw a little salt on them.
Hold on.
Not easy.
Salt Bay is never getting a Ruger. He's like, yeah, that's right. Me and Alex.
It's funny to you, but I no. I got to sleep tonight. I don't want to talk about no Ruger.
We
See,
don't
you-
talk. We don't talk about no Ruger.
See,
No,
you
no.
act- See,
I gotta
okay,
get
the
me a
only
new
time-
bakery bag. I can't do this.
The
No,
only
no,
time
no.
I've ever heard anyone actually get serious about a supernatural being is like the Native Americans when it comes to, like a skinwalker or yeah. That's the only time that it gets like super serious. Then because you can't even say that shit around them. They're like, "Fuck you! Don't say that! I'll kill you, motherfucker!"
Well, what's crazy about the Rougarou, and I didn't even realize
You
that it was
said
that
it!
weird of a thing until I brought my husband into the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans. Because you go down into the Louisiana section where the alligators are and the otters and everything else, and there's a whole exhibit on this mythical creature, and my husband was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "This was in my history books when I took Louisiana history in 7th grade. How do you not know about
that
this?"
quiz?
But these things are taken. They can be taken. Sorry, go on.
Okay. When I moved down here, like everybody was like, "Beware the Rougarou," and I was like, "What are you talking about? I've never heard of this thing."
To be clear, this thing basically looks like a 6 foot tall, somewhere between like what you would imagine a chupacabra to look like and a werewolf.
But these things seem silly to everyone else, but to where you're from, they're proud tales, right? And I do have one from. We have one from Shropshire. And it's not scary. It's not scary. It's not scary. Were you going to go first? Is that what you're going to do?
No, I was gonna fucking ask Brian to talk about his fucking vampire girlfriend because like otherwise we got to bring him back
We'll
on
get to
again,
that.
and not like a shitty
got
way of
half
like,
an hour.
oh, we have to do it again. I'm saying like, otherwise we're gonna have to make a whole nother episode because I want to talk about this.
We have to have a whole nother
We'll-
episode talking about the monkeys I had as pets growing up.
No, that's in there too somewhere. All right,
There's
Alex,
so
We
go
have
many-
still.
Alex,
If
go.
you motherfuckers let me get on with my story, we'll still have 30
Whatever,
minutes
dude.
to
You're
talk about
fucking-
vampires and monkeys
Yeah.
and monkeys fucking vampires and
Well, the monkey
vampires
story,
fucking
not today.
monkeys. Okay, so yeah, there are myths in every single sort of area, right? That everywhere has their tale, and I found one from Shropshire. I'll share the page just so I can show you the picture of the hill, which is called the Wrekin. Here it is. So this is about the Wrekin giant, and this is the Wrekin right here, this hill, and it's local to me. It's a very long hill, but the folklore says that what that actually is there were two giants. They were looking for, where is it? Where's the story?
Touch babies.
Yeah. The story
Tom,
goes that two
Come on,
giants.
Tom.
Two giants themselves set themselves a task of building a hill to live. In a very short time, they had piled up the Wrekin. The giants, however, quarreled, and one of them struck the.
Oh,
Story was so scary, it dropped out. Amazing.
He's like, "I can't do this. I'm
what
gone."
happens when you make fun of a Rougarou? He come up and
I
takes
think
away
the
the
giant
Done.
snatched him up is what happened.
Bye, Alex. It was nice being your friend.
He'll be back. Okay.
he's
So let's see here. Fucking I think he's gonna pop up any second, but
Yeah.
in the meantime, fucking fuck that noise. Okay. So see, I don't want him to all right, fuck me.
You want to give him a minute and then
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll give him a minute. If he doesn't come back up, then we'll tell our stories and
That's
fuck
deep.
it.
you know what I'm going to do with my phone? I
Tell
was
us your
going to
stories.
share a link to Toxic America.
Okay, I don't have any control of this though, so I can't do anything for you.
Right. No, I'm going to put it in the chat. Not we won't be able to see it, but that'll
Yeah.
if we have to stop and he comes back, it won't matter.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you something cool. You on the thing about vampires. So check this out. The Great New England Vampire Panic. 200 years after the Salem witch trials, farmers became convinced that their relatives were returning from the grave to feed on the living. Now, the reason that this is cool is because this whole thing originated in Vermont, and it originated so much, in fact, that like there's this grave, really famous grave, and it has a big pane of like glass in it, so you can see all the way down because they were so fucking concerned about these vampires. So okay, children playing near a hillside gravel mine found the first graves. One ran home to tell his mother, who was skeptical at first until the boy produced a skull because it was his. Yes, how may I help you?
So,
Can't avoid it now. What's up, buddy?
so
Yes, so. Okay, honey, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Okay.
So basically,
Yes,
like,
Alex, go ahead.
I'm
Back to your
fuming.
story, Alex.
How far into that story did I get before I cut off?
Like the
just
giants
started.
were sleeping.
Yeah, the giant.
I read the
sleeping
whole fucking story before I realised that I'd been cut off the air. I got to the bottom of the fucking page. What the fuck is going on today? Oh my
Start
god.
over, brother. Start over.
There's spirits here. There are spirits.
Oh yeah, I ran to the bathroom and I legit heard something screaming.
Alex, don't make fun
Okay.
of no Rubaru. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
call. I'm gonna text a voodoo priestess, get her to give you a little gree, man.
I've got friends for that. It's cool.
Okay, so yeah, the Wrekin is a hill in Shropshire. Two giants had a fight. One got the other, locked him in a cave, which is still there to this day. A raven poked the one giant in the eye. The water's still in the top of the Wrekin, even on the hottest day. And there you go. This local. Is there something in Vermont, Tom? It's close to you.
That was fast. I'm sorry. Before you go, Tom, Alex, are you always that quick?
No, I like to take my time. I like to take my time.
It gets a full minute.
Pressure. Anyway, fuck it. Vampires.
Pretty much
So
this
Brian,
is
you stuck your penis inside a vampire, right? What the fuck is going on?
Did I say I did that? I did.
I don't know.
So, back in about 1990.
You're
I was in-
muted, Tom.
Yes, you did.
In
Hello.
1990, I was in the seminary. I was going to be a priest. This guy was going to be a priest. And they call it a process of discernment, and you pray and you think about it. It just wasn't for me. I had actually run away from the real world after a bad breakup. So I came back to New Orleans, and I just lived my life. I really wasn't religious that much after that. You kind of went so far in, I came out the other side. And I worked the graveyard shift, which I still kind of do, at a convenience store. Alex just scared of vampires.
Yeah,
So,
everybody is. I'm scared. Keep going.
So this girl comes in, and you can tell I'm kind of gregarious. I like talking to people, and I'm ringing up her order. She goes, "Oh, I'm a vampire," and I went, "Okay, cool," because at the time in the 90s there was a game called Vampire the Masquerade. And I'm an old D&D player, and it's a role-playing game, ROLE, even though we ROLLED dice. More spelling's not much stronger.
Nerd.
But vampire,
Yes.
you would dress up and then you act it out. You play the role. So that's what I thought this girl was talking about. Hey man, I can handle weird. Can you tell? So we went on a date. I think she came in a few times, and I talked to her. She'd come in and say, "Oh, I just sucked somebody's blood." I was like, that's funny. Stuff like that. Didn't faze me in the least. I never got scared, never worried. We went and saw The Prophecy with Chris Walken. We're on a first name basis. They didn't have any vampire movies, otherwise I would have done it.
Yeah.
I also lent her one of my Anne Rice books. So might have been Medlock the Devil, one of my favorites. So it had to be a second or third date. I don't think it was the first. Let's just say that so it's not too bad. And we went back to my place. And I've always been kind of big, and we were both kind of loptic. And there was a lot of energy spent, and we broke a bed. Oh, yeah. It was nice.
Was it her vampiric powers?
No, it was our fat asses.
Ah, okay, cool.
So,
all right. I like
and I
this.
smoked back
So
then.
it wasn't that good.
No. There was just a lot of
It
stuff
was good.
happening.
Yeah,
Did
it was
she?
great.
Okay.
Did she?
Don't-
Did she
don't
offer to?
size discriminate. You
Hey,
people over there.
I need to know this. I need to know this.
Science.
I know what you're
Alex,
going to say,
please.
and the answer is no, but go ahead. Ask the question.
Alex, please.
Did she ever offer to suck your blood?
She didn't suck. She did not suck, and she did not swallow. That's the type of vampire. That's my luck.
No,
So,
not a good vampire then. Fucking,
Yeah,
that's
hey,
stupid.
so we
That makes me sad.
It made me sad too. So we're on the floor smoking because I smoked back then. And she goes, I've been committed. And I went, what? Inside. I'm freaking out. And I'm like on the outside. So what was his name? Trying to steer the conversation to a committed relationship. Just because I'm in my 20s. How do you answer that? That's a pre-sex.
Yeah, but even against your 20s.
Yeah, well, hold on.
I was stupider than I am now, and I'm pretty stupid now.
Understand.
And I don't think I had the emotion.
I'm 25.
There's nothing wrong with your 20s. I was emotionally immature to handle a person who just said, we just had sex, but I've been in a mental institution.
Yes.
So
Which was I jumped ahead because when I said what was his name, she goes, no, I've been in an institution. And I'm like, look at the time. We got to go.
To handle.
Yeah.
Hold on. What's wrong with being committed to a mental institution?
Nothing.
There's
but for
nothing wrong.
Is
what I'm saying. I didn't have the emotional maturity to deal with that.
Okay.
Plus, I was naked.
So crazy vampire chick you just banged, broke a bed.
Yeah.
So how long did you date this fucking vampire?
That was it.
You just fucked vamp. You fucked.
But also, before we left, she goes, "Oh, you're so good. You have a white aura." I was like, "Thanks."
How would she know? She's not a fucking she vampire.
Question.
That's a wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Was
it was
it
2 or 3
yours?
dates. It was dating. And
Was
then
it yours? Oh,
It's hanging out now.
Alex.
Anyone who can say I'm hanging out doesn't know me.
What?
I mean, I can't say anything. My husband and I got married after dating for 6 months because he was deploying. Smart move. Actually, that worked out really nice for me. We've been married for almost 3 years.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If I could go back and do it over again, I would rather not run.
You would marry the vampire chick.
I don't know if I marry her.
Did you invite her to yours?
I love my wife now.
Hold on. Look at me. If you could go back, only if she sucks.
I would go to that wedding.
I would. Alex, you were gonna say something 3 different times.
I don't think it matters anymore. But
the footnote is I got my Anne Rice book back.
God damn it!
Yes.
Priorities.
Fucking A. I was gonna say, did you invite her into your house?
Yes.
But,
yes.
It was in my house. That way we broke the bet.
He's saying,
fuck, then she can come back anytime.
Yeah, it's true.
She left the state
anytime.
I bet you got really friendly with some garlic.
She's a shit.
Don't ask what we use for lube. Garlic based.
But that's why she told you she was committed. No garlic.
Let's
Her
have a
name
look at
was
some
D.
pictures.
She was D vampire.
Right.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some pictures of Ori. You sent me some pictures in.
Ori on the internet.
Is this one here?
Oh.
What's that one there? What's that?
So we do custom characters for parties and stuff. So that is Queen something or other. I can't even remember the name now. But I was dressed as a fairy queen.
Nice.
Which fairy queen?
Whatever I was. So that is Lilith.
One does not ask fairy queens.
So this is Lilith with short hair. Of course, it's grown since then. And that is my gore bear. So Lilith's character makes toys out of the friends that she has murdered. So she merges toys and her friends.
That's another one. We saw this picture earlier. Explain this character then, because we did look at it earlier.
So that's Gory. She is a zombie handler. She does not speak. She does not vocalize at all. She is a very still character, so she'll stand still for long periods of time when she doesn't have her zombie, and everybody thinks she's fake. So everybody thinks she's a mannequin. So when she moves, it's an automatic surprise. I can stand still for long periods of time. I don't know if that was conveyed in this whole video chat. But as I stand still, I don't move. So like my head is like at weird angles and groups will go by. And then all of a sudden I will just move very quickly and quietly up to them. And I have grown men actually fall on the floor and cry and tell me that Jesus loves me.
Fucking A. Fucking A. What about this one? Can we look at this next picture?
Yes.
That is Captain Condom. And I ran into that girl, Miss Ed, my period. Why we never dated, I have no idea.
I love that.
She's not a vampire.
I only dated one vampire, Tom. Calm down.
It's
You
the
didn't date her. You
garlic that
fucked
you
the
use for
vampire,
lube.
Brian.
That's
It
what-
doesn't
Tom, let's be clear. I staked the vampire.
We've all done it. We've all had the embarrassing costumes. Here's me as a cross-dresser. It's me as a a drag queen. And then there's me as Bad Santa. I love that. I love that so much.
A dragier queen.
Yeah.
Ah.
My queen every day.
It's good.
If you could do anything at your haunt, if you had the
Fly.
budget to do whatever you wanted to do, what would you love to do?
So I've got this one specific thing that I've always dreamed of. Well, I guess it's really two that lead into each other. I want a full, like, not a classic blackout. I want a solidly black room that's completely soundproof. That's kind of a sensory deprivation thing. To take you out of your element. That just it's not scary. It just makes you uncomfortable. You can't hear anything. You can't see anything. You can't feel anything. And I want that to end with a very bright light and a hydraulic spider that's coming down over your head.
Nice.
That would scare the living piss out of some people. Most people don't like the dark. Most people don't like serious quiet, and most people don't like spiders. That said, chances are I've got you on at least one of those.
But you are.
I feel like that would be a great entrance to Haunt, just to really set that vibe.
All right. Yeah.
I would, because obviously I've worked in only in the prison. I'd like to mix things up a bit and go somewhere new and try different new things.
Come see us. Come take a vacation in October. Come and play. Come play with us.
See,
America.
America.
Yeah.
Say it right.
Where are you gonna
Say
go,
it right.
Alex? If you come to America, where are you coming?
Alex.
I'm gonna go see David Rahababe in California.
Like a stake through my vagina, Alex.
Hey, Alex, Tom, Brian. Do you want to come play a game with me?
I feel like I'll have that dude from To Catch a Predator show up if you keep talking like that. He'd be like, Tom, come sit over here. You come sit down. Did you stay
Make
to
yourself some tea.
Orlais,
I'll be right back.
Did you stay to Orlais that you wanted to go play with her in Louisiana? And I'd be like, no, I in fact.
I hear she can polish a rifle real good.
Don't ask what she can do with that boot.
Underage, that was always a really interesting conversation.
Always.
Hey. Do you ever
And people did not understand that. We have a lot of people that are underage in this haunted house that's an experience that they have, and it's something else. There's a lot of very stern talking tos.
Well, so I started a few years ago. I've only been in the haunted industry for 3 years. And I started in my 30s. So I'm almost 40 years old. And guys often think I'm underage, which is really interesting. I wonder what drugs they're smoking because I want some. But
Share.
I have a lot of people who are like, my actors, and they're like, how do you deal with these guys when you're like 18? And I'm like, I'm not 18, but thanks.
I don't think they're looking at your face. That's just my
The
guess.
answer for me was always to have a big scary dude next door.
Yeah.
Here I can always grab like JJ and Buddy, and they're gonna scare the pants off of you.
Yeah.
Buddy spent his time in the professional wrestling world and stuff like that. I'm not too concerned about my safety.
What's the American version of not R-rated, but the one below it, where as long as you're accompanied by an adult?
PG-13.
Well, that's how we kind of did it at the prison, and like you kind of like if an F-bomb slips out, it's not the best thing.
What's your PG-13, Alex?
It's 12A.
What? What the fuck's that stand for? 12 assholes?
12 is an adult.
We've got... that makes way more sense than PG-13.
I think if it's R, can't you bring it? If you're the adult, you can bring somebody with you, the kid.
Yeah, if you're over the age of 17, you can go in.
You can't do it.
Well, no one plays NC-17
Yeah, I'm
movies.
thinking about
Brian.
NC-17. Yeah.
You ain't seen mine yet.
Let's go to some of the
NC-17.
comments in the comments in the chat. Sarah said she corrected us earlier. Obviously, with Doug Jones, we were talking about Hugh Janus. We love Hugh Janus.
Yeah, I love Hugh Janus.
Hey, haven't talked
We
to you in a
love
while.
Hugh Janus. He says nice and slick, Brian.
Is that the hair or the
videos
vampire story, Hugh?
I think he just likes you, mate. He likes you. He wants you. You've been
Boo!
invited to Hugh
Nobody likes
Janus's party.
fucking. No one likes Lewis Carroll fucking references. Boo!
Oh, shut up.
Beware the Jabberwocky. And
good
some
reference.
weird guy, Brian Plato, says all episodes of
I know
Toxic
that guy.
America are out on Vimeo on demand. It's $3 a month. Blooper reel this weekend. I'm in this as multiple cannibals.
Cannibals.
Ratings are rated.
Worth of shit.
For kids.
My eyelashes are in the way.
It's 5 episodes, a web series. It's on Vimeo on demand. It's just $3, and you can watch it all for a month. And Alex, if you can, you got the picture?
I got the trailer.
Okay.
I did have it ready, but my
Oh,
fucking
cool.
internet was.
This
But
is our
we'll
sneak
get it
peek
up. I'll
if he
do
can
it
get
at
it
the
done.
end. I'll do it at the
That's
end because
fine.
if the internet fucks up, I'm going. I'm fucking going. Okay, got a couple more. Hugh Janus says that was worth the wait. Alex, that's my Rican story, the Rican giant. Joke Pit, the guys from Joke Pit who, oh my god, I forgot to put the fucking Joke Pit. I'm really sorry. I forgot to put the logo on at the beginning. Oh shit, Kane.
Electoral votes away from a new president.
Yeah.
And that's what I was hoping it would happen now, so we can celebrate.
It's not going to
Smash
happen.
some orange pumpkins.
Okay.
It's going to take a while.
So this is what's going to happen is it's going to take another day at least. But the thing is, that's not the end of it because I can already tell you, much like if you remember back when George W. Bush II got elected into office, there's going to be a recount, and it's going to take it's going to be at least until like December that we get a real.
This won't be over until one old man takes the oath of office. So January.
Yes.
I mean, or they croak. Neither of them are doing well.
True.
Then we either get the religious guy or the African American lady.
Kanye's not a lady.
I didn't mean to laugh at that.
I'm gonna make all the rules now.
Do a completely new election with completely different people.
Reroll. Time to reroll, guys.
I do not like fish sticks.
That's what the job of the vice president's for.
Like, currently, we're fucked no matter what direction we go.
I like Kamala.
No. I don't believe so.
I
I
need
don't
more
believe so.
alcohol for this conversation.
Kamala, but there are definitely people that could do better. I couldn't tell you exactly who they are, but
Joe Rogan. They didn't run.
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell.
How can the Democratic Party not put up someone who can beat? Anyway, let's stop talking politics.
Well, I
don't want to get into politics. I mean, this comment here is the reason I don't want to get into politics because this shit's happening. We got Donald Trump as president so far, haven't you? Yeah, I mean, so can you?
He got some votes. He got votes in Louisiana.
He got some votes. He
He's
did.
got a lot of votes. He's got what do you mean? Look at the fucking thing. He's got an ass ton of votes. It's a neck and neck fucking race right now, which is like, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Kanye,
what Kanye? Yeah, of course Kanye West got fucking votes. People are assholes.
It's not neck and neck though, is it? It's not neck and neck.
No, it is. It really is close.
It depends. If he wins fucking Pennsylvania, Trump wins Pennsylvania, then this is not even close to over. It becomes very, very scarily close.
Well, Nevada's still being up there. Nevada's within less than 12,000 votes the last time.
I'm sorry you can't see my phone. Biden has 264, 270, you win. He is waiting on the...
Okay, we're talking about scary things, not apocalypse.
This is scary. It's real life.
It is pretty
Nevada
scary.
Nevada has 6 electoral votes. Biden needs 6, and that is right now leaning to the blue. Once that's counted, if that happens, it's over.
Lost all control of this, Alex. You see what happens when you fucking bring up politics?
I know. I have power. Power.
Honestly,
There is a naughty corner. There's a naughty corner on this show.
And somewhere in the Midwest. That's what if he ever runs. Reed motherfucking P. He was one of. So I used to bartend at this place called the Wayward Kraken. It was a little nerd bar in Biloxi. COVID killed us. I was there for 3 years. One of the best jobs I've ever had in my life, probably the best. But we had this guy named Reed Perkins, and he was our 2-time DM challenge champ. We did a dungeon master challenge every like 4 or 5 months, and we had so much fun with it. But Reed was this person that is this person that everybody that meets him loves him. He cares so passionately about people, and he has really intelligent and like understandable thoughts about politics. It's not this let's work around the problem. He's got a real fix the problem approach to it, and he's just so kind. He is somebody that you can drink a beer with. He's somebody that you can just actually hang out with.
Okay, he's a cool guy, but shut the fuck up about politics. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, let's talk about something
Please.
else.
Please.
Mid-month 2024.
I love you. I love you.
So
Okay, I'm going to share this.
I'm cooking fish tonight for dinner. Some salmon. I gave it a really nice chili rub, and it's going to be thrown on the grill for like 2 or 3 minutes each side. I don't want it to get like overcooked in the middle. I like taking off when it's like a little bit raw still, so then it like finishes cooking as it's sitting on the plate. I'm gonna do some roasted Brussels sprouts, which will be tossed in olive oil, salt, pepper, and then I'm gonna put them in the oven at 450 degrees until they brown. Take them out. They're gonna get a little bit of balsamic on them motherfuckers
What
and a
the
little bit of
fuck are you
garlic.
talking about? Why does this matter? I don't.
Look his sister up.
Oh, because politics means more than my fucking dinner right now.
Hey, Tom,
Sorry.
hit me up after the show.
Yeah, totally. Just come 9,000 miles and come back.
Here we go.
So these Brussels sprouts.
Hey, watch it now.
Tonight's dinner. Dark meat.
I'll unmute you now.
Yeah,
Tom. Shut your fuck up about
thanks.
balsamic vinegar.
You're fucking jealous. Just jealous is all I fucking feel
Well, it's
riding
not-
up your sexy British body.
Brian, that looks good, man. It looks a lot of fun. Well, I gotta say that while the music was playing and we were all sort of dancing around in our little boxes, it did feel like Mortal Kombat a little bit, you know. Sort of,
Yeah.
choose your fighter. Dun, 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 dun.
That'd be awesome.
Finish him!
Well, you've seen me
Yeah.
die once in it, and I play 3 different cannibals. Do I
Is that the
survive?
same guy from last time? Nah,
Nope.
couldn't be it. Oh my god, Brian Plato, fucking 3 different characters.
It spoils the illusion.
Totally different cannibals. And they're all chubby, so we're eating good in the future. In a post-apocalyptic
yeah.
nuclear wasteland.
Okay, favorite future apocalyptic movie before we get out of here. Future
28
apocalypse.
days later.
Oh, I know.
Good one. Good one.
Book of Eli.
Oh, you stole mine, you fuck. All right.
I even have the soundtrack.
You see, I like the idea of I Am Legend because I read the book.
Yeah.
The book is fantastic.
Yes,
the
it
movie
is.
was not that great.
I
No.
love the universe that it takes place in.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so much
I
better.
love that the dogs can turn into zombies. Like,
Yeah.
I like the idea of
And not like Resident Evil dog.
no,
What's wrong with
I
Resident
like
Evil?
No, I'm not saying there's anything, but like it's different.
I like the idea of seductive like sort of vampire zombies
do.
going, come on, you want to fuck me? And he's been alone so long, he's kind of like, I can't hear this right now because he really wants to. And I love that. I Am Legend, the book is great.
I think you downloaded the wrong movie, bro.
No, the book. Read the book. If it's an,
I know,
if it's an
I
audio
know.
book,
I know.
But my
Sorry.
favorite is
Yes.
Alex,
Alex?
this is
28
Alex?
days later. 28 days later, by far. I love it.
Sorry, you're all
No.
wrong. Except you, Brian, who stole my answer.
Yeah.
The Road. The Road is the right answer.
Hmm.
The Road
Ooh, that's a good
is
one.
one of the hardest films I have ever watched in my entire life. Just because the answer to every single fucking problem this dude has is, "Hey, child, shove that gun in your mouth." It's fucked. It's fucked beyond fucked,
I've never
That
seen
movie
it.
made me
Never seen it.
cry so hard.
dude. It's
Is it
sad.
Hugo? His name is Hugo Weaving. Hugo.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Is it
No,
Hugo?
no.
I thought it was it's the other guy from Lord of the Rings. Aragorn.
You know what?
Not Hugo Weaving.
Yeah.
It's Hugo something.
No,
You know a
Hugo
lot about
Weaving
the
is an
fucking
actor, but
movie without seeing it, Brian.
I know a lot of shit. He was in the horse movie. He played Aragorn.
History of
Viggo
Violence.
Yes.
Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Thank you.
fucking
Had to get the D
I
out.
was wrong.
Viggo Mortensen.
I was
Viggo.
wrong.
I know. You're still a doll.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
Alex.
He's a good actor.
Alex,
Yes.
I Am
baby.
Legend. You had the Vincent Price version. You had Omega Man with Heston. And then you had the Will Smith one. I know you like the books better. Which one do you like best?
At the movies, it's got to be the Will Smith. I do like the Will Smith movie, but it's not what I read. I gotta say.
Okay, that scene
That
with him with the
scene-
mannequin, the
And the
mannequin
dog.
scene. Yeah, the dog sad as fuck, but that mannequin was like, "What'd you do wrong?" He's like fucking screaming at him. That was excellent. That was probably the greatest shit ever.
Honestly,
Period.
if it had been called something else, it would have been a better movie.
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong.
Here we go.
I need to see the Vincent Price version.
Did you say you got to go? Yeah. Okay, we're going to cut this short, about 4 minutes. But what I want you guys to do is I'm going to give you a minute or so each to sell your shit, tell people where to find you. So to you girls down there looking very, very dapper, I've got to say, you got a minute to tell people who you are, where to find you, and what the fuck to do when this COVID shit's over. Go on.
So we are Terror on the Coast. We are open from mid-September till the end of October normally, but extra time sometimes. Find us at terroronthecoast.com, or you can find us on Facebook at Terror on the Coast. You can find me at Emotional Support Hufflepuff on Instagram and the other social media things.
I am She's a Dinosaur on Instagram.
She's a
I do way
dinosaur.
too much shit, so I can't plug like individual things. I spent a lot of time at Biloxi Little Theater. A lot of my life is spent here. And then other than that, tip your servers and bartenders. Y'all aren't going to find the restaurant I work at, but give me your money.
And Ori, can I ask you to make some phone calls for me, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'd love to fuck with some people. Yeah, we can definitely do that sometime.
All the time.
Yeah.
As your friend, I'm here for you.
I love it. I love it. Kane from Joke Pit says, "What are your opinions on Passing?"
I don't know that.
Is that a movie?
I don't know.
Passing Wind. I mean, it's comical, isn't it? 3, 2, 1. Everyone laugh. Hey, it's an age-old trick.
I'm very uptight. I don't like farting. Disgusting.
Do you know what that is? Kane says, "What are your opinions on Passing?" Do you know? Is it a movie? No. I don't know. Anyway, Brian, sell your shit. You got a minute.
Cool. I'm on Instagram at Kodaks by Kojak. Twitter at Fun Factory with the PHs. I do a lot of background work. I'm like the indie movies. I'm starting to move up. There's something that should come up. Should I say? Look for me on NCIS New Orleans, episode 3 and 4 at the end of November. It's not a speaking part, but you might see. Well, not this face, but
Oh wow.
this face.
Hey, there he is. There he is.
Scary one.
Beautiful bastard. Okay, thank you very much. I want to say thank you to the guys at Joke Pit for letting us use their shit. Thank you very much. We love you guys very, very much. We love playing with you lots and lots and lots.
Lots.
This has been What's the Difference podcast. There are many different shows from USUK apart from ours, though. And I'll show you them right now. Up on your screen right now, you'll see USUK Chronicles, which is hosted by Jamie Westwood and Tom Stevens. There's USUK What's the Difference? It's not usually a live show, but it's coming to you live this week. We have our Wednesday night live show, which is Wednesday night. and it's live. And we also have the Weekly Bazaar, which is live every Friday at 7:30. We catch up on the news, the weekly most bizarre news stories. And you can follow us at usuk.podbean.com. We're going to get the fuck out of here because Tom is bouncing around like he needs a big, massive shit. So this has been... Thank you very much to our guests. Thank you very much to the listeners, everyone that's commented. This has been What's the Difference? I've been Alex Whiteley.
I'm Tom Bruno.
And we're going to get the fuck out of here. Peace out, guys. And
You
happy
guys
Halloween.
suck.
Woo!
Do the voice.